What if I told you that some women have mastered the art of covert control, using psychological tactics to bend you to their will? These aren't just ordinary manipulation tricks. These are deep, dark, and often invisible forces that can leave you feeling confused and powerless. Today, we're uncovering the 10 most insidious manipulation tactics women use to control men. Stick around to find out if you've been unknowingly ensnared in any of these traps. You won't want to miss this. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like and click the bell icon so you never miss out on our daily eye-opening videos. And if you find this video revealing, don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive in. Number 1. The victim card. Let's kick things off with one of the most potent weapons in the arsenal, playing the victim. This tactic involves framing oneself as the injured party, even in situations where they're at fault. By portraying themselves as the victim, women can elicit sympathy and manipulate men into feeling guilty and responsible. When a woman constantly presents herself as the victim, it creates a dynamic where the man feels he must always be the protector or savior. This emotional blackmail ensures the man will go to great lengths to appease her. For example, imagine you and your partner have an argument. Instead of addressing the issue, she might start crying and say, "You always make me feel like I'm not good enough." Suddenly, you're not talking about the problem anymore. Instead, you're comforting her, and the original issue is forgotten. This tactic leverages your inherent desire to protect and care, turning your empathy into a tool for her benefit. Over time, you might find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, trying to avoid situations where she might play the victim again. And the long-term use of the victim card can erode your self-esteem and make you feel like you're always the one at fault, creating a perpetual cycle of guilt and appeasement. Number 2. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a particularly insidious form of manipulation that involves making someone doubt their own reality. This psychological tactic can leave a man feeling confused, disoriented, and reliant on the woman for the truth. She will twist facts or deny events to make you question your memory or perception. You remember a conversation where she agreed to a certain plan, but when the time comes, she denies ever having that discussion. You begin to doubt your memory and think, maybe I did imagine it. Gaslighting is a form of psychological warfare. It systematically breaks down your confidence in your own perceptions and memories, making you more susceptible to further manipulation. Signs to watch for. Frequent instances where you feel confused or second-guess yourself, or when she constantly rewrites history to paint herself in a better light. Number 3. Silent treatment. The silent treatment is a form of emotional manipulation that can be incredibly effective. By withdrawing communication and affection, she punishes you, creating a sense of anxiety and urgency to make amends. The lack of communication isolates you, making you feel desperate for her approval and contact. The power dynamic shifts as you're left in the dark, wondering what you did wrong and how to fix it. For example, after a minor disagreement, she stops talking to you for days. The silence is deafening, and you find yourself willing to do anything just to get her to talk to you again, even if it means conceding on issues important to you. The silent treatment exploits your need for social and emotional connection, making you feel vulnerable and eager to restore harmony at any cost. How do you break out of this cycle? Recognizing the silent treatment for what it is, a manipulation tactic, is crucial. Setting boundaries and not giving in to the pressure can help break the cycle. Number 4. Withholding affection. Withholding affection is another potent tool. By controlling when and how affection is given, she creates a reward system where your good behavior is met with love, and your perceived missteps are met with coldness. Affection becomes a reward for compliance, reinforcing her control over you. You become dependent on her affection for emotional stability, making you more likely to adhere to her demands. For example, you do something she disapproves of, and suddenly the hugs, kisses, and kind words disappear. You quickly learn that to receive her affection, you must align with her expectations. This tactic works much like training. A pet. Good behavior is rewarded, bad behavior is punished. Over time, you become conditioned to seek her approval constantly, and this constant fluctuation between affection and coldness can take a heavy emotional toll, leading to anxiety and insecurity. Number 5. Jealousy. Creating jealousy is a manipulation tactic that can keep a man on his toes. By making you feel like she has other options or that other men are interested, she heightens your anxiety and competition instincts. By flirting with others or talking about other men, she makes you feel insecure and less confident. You become more attentive and eager to please, trying to outdo potential rivals. How does she exhibit this? She constantly mentions how her co-worker is so funny and smart. Even if nothing is happening between them, the seed of jealousy is planted, and you find yourself working harder to win her full attention. This tactic plays on your insecurities and primal instincts, triggering feelings of inadequacy and competition. Recognizing that her behavior is designed to manipulate you can help maintain your confidence and self-worth. Number 6. Triangulation. Triangulation involves bringing a third party into the relationship dynamics, creating a triangle of manipulation. This can be another person she compares you to, or a mediator she uses to control the narrative. How it works. By comparing you to someone else, she creates a sense of competition and inadequacy. Also, using a third party to convey messages or solve disputes keeps you in a state of imbalance. For example, she might frequently say things like, "My ex used to do this for me," making you feel like you must live up to an unrealistic standard set by someone else. Triangulation keeps you off balance, constantly trying to measure up to someone else's standards or resolve conflicts through intermediaries. Being assertive and refusing to play the comparison game can help you maintain your self-respect and autonomy. Number 7. Emotional outbursts. Frequent emotional outbursts can be a deliberate tactic to keep you walking on eggshells. These outbursts ensure that you're always cautious, fearing the next explosion. The fear of triggering an outburst keeps you in check, constantly trying to avoid conflict. The unpredictability of her reactions ensures that you're always in a state of alertness, never fully relaxed. For example, she might explode over minor issues like a misplaced item or a casual remark, leaving you confused and anxious, constantly trying to prevent future outbursts. This tactic leverages your fear of conflict and desire for peace, making you overly cautious and submissive. Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries can help you manage and mitigate the impact of emotional outbursts. Number 8. Guilt tripping. Guilt tripping is a subtle yet powerful manipulation tactic. By making you feel guilty for your actions or inactions, she controls your behavior and decisions. By making you feel responsible for her happiness, she leverages your guilt to get what she wants. She positions herself as morally superior, making you feel like you're always the wrong person. For example, if you decide to spend a night out with friends, she might say, "I guess I'll just stay home alone again," like always, making you feel guilty for wanting your own time. Guilt tripping preys on your sense of responsibility and empathy, making you more likely to comply with her wishes. Recognizing that you have a right to your own needs and desires is crucial in countering this tactic. Number 9. Playing dumb. Playing dumb is a tactic where she pretends not to understand or know how to do something, forcing you to take over responsibilities and tasks. By making you feel like she needs you to handle certain things, she creates a dependency that keeps you tied to her. Your frustration at having to do everything plays into her hands, as it reinforces her control over the situation. For example, she constantly claims she doesn't know how to manage finances, so you take on all the financial responsibilities, adding stress and workload to your life. This tactic exploits your willingness to help and be competent, creating an unbalanced division of labor and responsibilities. Encouraging her to take on more responsibilities and develop her skills can help rebalance the dynamic. And finally, the ultimatum tactic. The ultimatum is a direct manipulation tactic where she forces you to choose between two undesirable outcomes, both designed to benefit her. By creating a sense of urgency and high stakes, she pressures you into making decisions in her favor. The fear of losing her or facing severe consequences keeps you compliant. She might say something like, "If you don't propose by the end of the year, I'm leaving," putting you in a position where you feel compelled to make a life-changing decision under duress. Ultimatums create high-pressure situations where you feel forced to make hasty decisions, often against your best interests. Taking a step back to consider your options and not succumbing to pressure can help you make more balanced and thoughtful decisions. In conclusion, understanding these manipulation tactics is the first step toward reclaiming control and establishing a healthier dynamic in your relationships. Remember, awareness is key. If you find yourself subjected to these tactics, it's crucial to address them head-on and seek a balanced, respectful partnership. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified once we drop more revealing videos. Share your experiences in comment, and let's build a community of informed and empowered men. Until next time, stay strong and stay aware.